Terraform reconciles configuration against remote attributes during plan. Any difference becomes a proposed change because reconciliation is the default control loop. Infrastructure is often modified by more than one control plane. When another system updates an attribute, Terraform detects that difference as drift because it no longer matches state. Ignored changes is evaluated during the planning phase. It removes selected attributes from diff calculation, which prevents Terraform from generating update actions for those fields. When an ignored attribute changes externally, no update appears in the plan. Review time shifts from correcting noise to evaluating meaningful structural changes. Autoscaling adjusts desired capacity based on runtime metrics. Terraform interprets that adjustment as drift because the declared value remains 2. Adding desired capacity to ignore changes prevents Terraform from forcing the capacity back to its static declaration. The outcome is coexistence between declarative infrastructure and reactive scaling logic. When an attribute is ignored, Terraform stops reconciling it against configuration. Remote updates become implicitly accepted because Terraform no longer enforces the declared value for that field. If a secret value is ignored, Terraform would not detect manual or automated changes to that password. The outcome is silent divergence in a security-critical attribute. Terraform remains aware of the resource, but it no longer acts as a corrective control for the secret's integrity. On a submarine, you never silence a critical alarm because it repeats. You either repair the sensor or document the exception and implement a compensating watch. Ignore changes is the same architectural decision. If reconciliation is removed, another detection mechanism must replace it. Ignore changes equals all removes every attribute from drift evaluation. Terraform no longer reconciles value, tags, or any future attributes added to the resource. The outcome is complete loss of corrective enforcement for that object. Use ignore changes only when another system owns the attributes. The boundary is valid when ownership is explicit and Terraform is intentionally excluded from enforcement for that field. Ignore changes encodes ownership decisions inside configuration. The outcome is a plan that reflects an intentional enforcement boundary instead of accidental drift suppression.